You guys aren't seeing things. The boss man is currently having a technical issue, but we got the green light to get this party started, which means Joel Embiid, you're still a bitch.
Let's begin.
Gotcha.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning! Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Oh yeah, baby! Let's get it!
Oh yeah!
All right.
Right on time, boss man.
I figured it out. I figured everything out. Good morning. Do not ask me how I timed that so well. Welcome to the Wacky Wednesday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have you all with us. This first hour, of course, is powered by Invader Coffee, fuel for the fearless. We'll hit the hardwood a couple of times. We ain't got to say much about what happened last night in Oklahoma City.
No, that
Minnesota had a lead. Oklahoma, doggone it, I didn't turn everything on. Minnesota had a lead for most of the first half.
and then Oklahoma said,
And then the
"Screw you."
MVP, and for a while, OKC is thinking,
Oh, woe is me.
but then the MVP, and well deserved, said, you,
Yep.
and rolled.
Oh boy.
OKC leads that series one game to none.
Yeah.
So there ain't much to say about that.
Now SGA with 31, 5, and 9 in 38 minutes, and he's the reason they came back.
Yes,
Mhm.
indeed.
He's the MVP for a reason. And already we got the Fanatics feedback zone lit up. Hawkeye Hoops Heaven is here. Blake Hammock is here. And I got the feeling there will be some more of our rowdy friends coming into the fray a little later. But I want to start in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Before you go, I need to do something real quick. I need to make an apology. I'm apologizing to Angel Reese. I was led to believe that she went to the table, complaining about the foul that happened. And then I actually listened to what she said.
Okay.
And she handled it very well.
Okay.
Does the basketball play? Let's move on. To me,
Yep.
that is the best answer you can have right now.
And I
Because-
thought that, and I thought that too.
Because anything
I
else would
thought
have been
that too.
taken out of pocket. So for her to say it was a basketball move, let's move on. She's right.
They both said it.
Right.
They both said it. The media, the lamestream media, is trying to make something out of nothing.
And oh boy, when I'm right, I'm right. When I'm right, I'm right. I got a chance to watch some First Take. And Mr. SAS himself, Mr. Stephen A. Smith.
Mr. Stephen A. Snitch.
Was digging.
Oh, he really was.
Because the question that he kept asking was, do Angel and Caitlyn, do they have a love or a like for one another? Now, you already know what he's trying to get at. And the ladies who were the reporter were trying to say, well, they have a respect for each other, this, that, and the other. And he's trying to dig. It's like, we know what you're trying to do.
Man.
And he ain't the only one. There are plenty of people who are trying to create this
narrative.
Yeah.
Narrative / animosity. You're basically trying to gaslight is what I'm thinking.
Big Smoke. I mean, Kendrick Perkins, another one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Kendrick give me this. I didn't want to start here, but Victor, being the man, made an apology about an opinion he gave, which I coupled with. I'll start here anyway, because when we get to our WNBA review, why not? Now, I'm not going to apologize for my opinion of Angel Reese, because my opinion is of a basketball sort.
Right.
Yep.
Angel Reese needs to play better and learn how to play better, period. And that's where I leave it every single time. Because I had people who came after me after I did my short TikTok video. I didn't do a Snowman's Take Daily yesterday because I was swamped. But be that as it may. Do you know how many years I've had people criticize me, A, for my takes and B, for my analysis? There are people that actually said to me, and folks, I'm not kidding as I tell you this. There are folks that actually said to me that I only have a platform and don't know what I'm doing with it. Listen, I know there are people that ride hard for Angel Reese. I get it.
Yep.
I get it. But to all you people that think I don't know what I'm talking about, would you please just shut the ever-loving up? My analysis of teams and players are on their chosen field of choice. Period. In fact, there was someone that posed a question to me this morning of why Caitlin Clark was taken out on defensive possessions. I was going to say this as part of the review last night, but Indiana missed 7 free throws last night. That's why.
Including one that would have actually probably put them ahead.
Including one that would put them in overtime.
Right.
But I'm going all over the board here. Victor manned up and made an apology. I've done it. Shane's done it. Every member of our crew has done it. Okay. I look, these Angel Reese fans are starting to, and I hate saying this, but it's Wednesday, so I can get away with it. Why are some of these I'll put it in the form of a question. Why are some of these Angel Reese fans reminding me of bronsexuals?
Because they have the same mindset.
It's same and it's different. Because you have two individuals who are basically of that same ilk. You have Caitlyn on one side and you have Angel on the other. The thing that scares me and is starting to become more prevalent is the race factor. I don't like bringing this up, but if you notice,
none of us do.
A lot of people have now started to portray that. Now, many black people get behind Angel Reese and many white people get behind Caitlin Clark, and it's starting to cause tension between the two players and the two camps.
And it's starting to piss me off. As a fan of women's basketball for 41 years, it's starting to piss me off that people will actually use that particular card instead of their ability on the floor to make their judgment.
It's not something they're even in control of.
It's not. They're not in control of it.
And that's the worst thing is it's the fans that are bringing up all this bullshit.
Right.
And that's frankly what it is. The end of the day, you got to be able to back yourself up on the court. It doesn't matter what color the skin is, you back yourself up on the court.
Right.
That's where the fan bases need to be, is for the teams and for the players for what they do on the court, not the color of the skin. And it's an annoying fucking issue bringing race into it and bringing politics into it. And that's where this is going. And this is going to ruin not just the sport, but the rivalry that's in it.
Yes.
It's already ruined, in my opinion, because these stupid. Give me BTS, please.
Now that's some bullshit.
I am so sick and tired, even though it's drama and it sells, and I understand that, and I get it. Okay, money is the color at the end of the game. I get it. This is from a pure, unadulterated basketball fan. Will you stupid people leave race out of this, please? Jesus Christ, it pisses me off that they use that as a reason for why one player is better than the other.
Not just that, they also use it whenever it deals with some of the ramifications. Because some people will look at the flagrant that was attached to Caitlyn and be like,
yes,
oh, see, they're trying to do the white girl wrong because he was done to a black girl. And on the other side, they'll say, oh, look at all the hate the Angels getting because she's a black girl. She's a black, proud, black, beautiful woman who, who is just trying to be her. And it's like, none of that has anything to do with anything.
None of that has to do with the basketball analysis of the play.
Yes. All we're saying is no one is saying Angel Reese ain't talented. That's what's pissing me off.
And then
like no one is saying Angel Reese can't play.
I mean, I was floating around on Twitter earlier before the show started, and I came across a video of Angel Reese in the gym working on shots. Now, granted, here's the thing. She was working on her outside game and not the inside game.
Yeah, she's trying to do outside in.
But the fact of the matter is, she drained 5 of 8 from deep.
Right.
She's got the skill. It's a matter of applying it in game.
Gentlemen, what did I say? Gentlemen, what did I say last year about Angel Reese, about her rookie year?
It would be a growing year.
When I broke down her game, I did it from a basketball standpoint. And there's a reason I'm bringing this up. I did it from a basketball standpoint, saying her footwork is lacking, her jump shot is lacking. She's a lefty. She needs to use it to her advantage. And on top of that, make some free throws.
That's it.
Every one of those things were basketball related.
Was
fellow lefty, I can attest to how hard it is.
What is irking me so much is that it's gotten to the point where you cannot even criticize it too. There are people who can make valid criticisms against Caitlin Clark.
Absolutely. I did. Right. I'm a Caitlin Clark fan.
You can make valid criticisms of Caitlin Clark's game. You can make valid criticisms of Angel Reese's game. The problem is that the extremes on both sides are sitting there saying, oh, you're just saying it because you don't want to see a white basketball player or you want to see a black basketball player. Who cares?
You know, when someone recently made to me the argument about a white basketball player, like, you don't want to see a white basketball player rule. Okay. And one of my favorite players is Larry Joe Bird. Okay. How do you like them apples?
I grew up a Celtics fan. I grew up in the generation of DJ, of the great Chief, of Larry, McHale, all of that.
Yes.
But my eyes were also on the guys like Magic, Michael, Robert Horry, Tim Duncan, Kobe. Come on here. I'm a white dude that loves the game, loves the players.
And that's
what the fuck ever happened to that?
You know,
why are fan bases so damn decisive nowadays to throw so many political and racial bullshit cards into games now?
Because fans don't know how to be fans.
That's
for the
true.
most part.
Because
Fans
it's no
don't know how
longer
to be
about the
fans.
game. That's the thing that unfortunately is.
Please say that again, Victor.
It's no longer about the game. It's about the messages around it. And
The
that's
main
not
message
just
is
basketball.
It's all over the
We
place.
see it with football.
And-
We see it with baseball.
Listen,
We see it with soccer. We see it with motorsports. We see it with everything.
we see it with everything. And my good friend JJ, who will join us at the top of the next hour, said it best right here. Race and politics are seeping into all sports. There was not even, when I was growing up watching sports with my dad and my mom and everybody I watched sports with, my classmates, my buddies, everything, we never brought race into the equation ever.
Right.
We just are we were just arguing about who's the best, who does this better. That's it.
Yes. That's all that needs to be done.
They're taking the fanatic part of fandom way too far.
And it's bullshit.
It's
Give me this button.
crazy.
Here.
It's crazy.
BGS, say it again, please.
Now that's some bullshit.
And now I understand, to go back to a point that BGS made several times, and he made it here on this program, of why he doesn't watch sports anymore. He looks at the business side of everything. Hey, I'm getting into that. I understand now why he pulled away some years ago, because of bullshit like this.
Exactly.
And it's getting on my last nerve. If it's not pinched already, it's getting there.
It's getting there. And this is why I love the people who are on it. I love the Fanatic Feedback Zone, because they see through it.
Oh, yeah. This is why we are the realest sports talk daily show online and on radio. We keep it real here. And the real thing is putting race into sports, even though there's a lot of it going around, and there was a lot of it going around, is bullshit. And I'll offer you the best example. And Shane will have a big old catbird eating smile on his face when I say this sentence. Bill Russell in Boston.
Yes, you are not wrong.
Listen, folks.
I want to throw something that Hawkeye said a bit ago. He said, I could call Angel Reese fans some mammies because I've been called a coon by white and black people for being a Caitlin Clark fan. But I choose to keep my mouth shut because it's a loser situation. And he's right.
He is right.
It really
because
is.
If I say that I was a Kurt Rambis fan. I like Kurt Rambis.
Hey, who didn't love Superman? Who didn't love Clark Kent? Okay?
John Paxson, Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr,
Tony Kukoc, Kyle Korver.
I'll throw another name at you, which I'll use a lot later on in the show. Does the name Tom Chambers mean anything to y'all?
Tom Chambers.
Yes.
Okay. You mentioned John Paxson. His brother, Jim Paxson, played many years with the Portland Trailblazers and played a few years with the Boston Celtics.
Exactly.
If you really want to put race into the equation, which some people have tried to do back in the 80s,
Pistol Pete Maravich.
I'll give you one of the greatest examples of a rivalry which people tried to put it on race, but then it became more basketball. Celtics, Lakers.
I literally got done watching the Netflix 30 for 30 that ESPN did, that's now sitting on Netflix, dealing with that rivalry.
Best of Enemies.
Yes.
Best of Enemies. I watched that whole documentary, and that alone reminded me of how much I loved basketball in its purest form.
That's why I asked this question. So all the people I said about, from Kyle Korver to Pistol Pete Maravich to Larry Bird and Kurt Rambis, all white players. Am I a coon for liking those guys?
Hell no.
The same way I like Kobe and Shaq and Michael and Pippen and Horace Grant, Muggsy Bogues, Larry Johnson, Patrick Ewing.
I've been called a coon. Listen, I've been called a coon because I said Tom Chambers played a fundamentally sound forward better than LeBron James did. And the same people that called me that take basketball completely out of the equation.
And unfortunately, an unfortunate Snowman, I know have had it worse because of who you're married to. We've talked about it.
Facts.
And we're going to talk about it right now. Listen, folks. How have I had it worse? This answer your question? My honey is a Pacer fan, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You know the first name she brings up with the old school Pacers? Reggie
Miller.
Reggie Miller. It goes to show that no matter what we do, no matter what we try to enjoy, someone's always got to throw some form of social justice or some form of racial situation involved, and it ruins the fun for everybody.
And that's the way of this world nowadays. I mean, that's the simplest factor.
It was definitely the case for having all kinds of racial names thrown at me because I love hockey.
Exactly.
Wait, black men ain't supposed to talk about hockey?
Great timing. Look, Victor and I for about a year and a half did a hockey show on Chicago State's campus.
Mm-hmm.
And every black person that walked by us doing that hockey show looked at us like we had lost our minds.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something here. My first favorite hockey team was the Edmonton Oilers. Why? Wayne Gretzky.
Yes.
Matter of fact, I'll go one step further. You know who my first favorite goalie was? Y'all heard me mention him on this show. Grant Fuhrer. You know what the greatest part of you? If you really want me to be a coon, you know what the greatest part about Grant Fuhrer was, aside of his hockey play? Take a look at that.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of the first black goalies I took a look at.
And that man was a motherfucker in between the pipes.
He was a wall.
Yes.
He was a wall.
All this to say,
my three favorite goalies of all time: Patrick Waugh, Grant Fuhrer, Eddie the Eagle Belfour, with a close fourth to Corey Crawford.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All I'll say is that you can like both. Kate, this thing also kind of gets me, and this is the last thing I'll say. You can like both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what gets me. Some people are like, well, I can't like Angel because I like Caitlyn. You can like both of them.
Please.
In fact, it's better if you do like both of them.
It's better if you do. Thank you. Because it spreads the knowledge and the love for women's basketball. And we're going to concentrate on women's basketball because it's getting bullshit coverage right now.
It really is.
Because of people that want to bring race into the equation instead of talking about pure, unadulterated basketball. To all those people, fuck you. You understand? I'm not bleeping it out. Matter of fact, I'll do it the comedic way because we all load around here. F you, and a whole lot of you.
Agreed. And good morning, Brian.
Morning.
Droid.
So catch me up.
We're just ranting and raving because people are throwing race into sports.
Okay, listen. I'll give you my take on this.
Droid, hang tight. I'm sick and tired of people bringing race into the sports equation when it should be all about the players, it should be all about the game, and it should be all about the sport, not the color of people who are playing the doggone thing. And it's ruined fandom. It's ruined pure, unadulterated fandom. I'm a fan of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. My criticism for Angel Reese is get in the gym and get better. And that's always been my criticism and will always be until she shows me different. You think Angel Reese is a great player? Good. Prove my point wrong. It should all be, and thank you, and JJ, thank you for this, and I know the fellas will agree, it should be all about the logo on your chest, not the color of your damn skin. Droid, go ahead.
Listen, being a hockey fan for years, you see a lot of players come and go.
Yep.
And I think one of the most notable ones is Willie O'Ree. He has an award named after him because of what he did off the ice, including what he's done on the ice. And that's the whole, you basically summed up this whole thing. It's about the logo on your chest. It's not about what skin color you have. It's not about where you're from, where you hail from. It's about the logo on your chest or the flag on your chest, depending on if this is Olympic play, international play.
A four nations face off.
It all depends. But at the end, you're playing for the team and you're playing to show people, hey, I'm here and I am the best that there can be. And that's why I'm in the best league that exists. I mean, why do you think like I hate people who calls different sports color dominated sports, like, oh, hockey's a white dominated sport, basketball's a black dominated sport. That's just racist. All right. That's just hella racist.
Though there may be truth behind it, the numbers don't lie. But at the same time, the context behind it with the way people say it is pissing me off. It should be all about the logo on your chest and the team that you're playing for and the teammates that you're playing with.
All about who's in the foxhole with you, not about what color they rock.
Listen, one of my favorite players right now in the NHL, he plays on the Islanders. His name Anthony Duclair. And one of my previous favorite defensemen, oh, guess what? PK Subban, one of the most notable. And I'm not going to say African American because he's an American. Well, he's not really American. He's Canadian, but still the most notable Canadian defenseman next to Shea Weber. And by the way, they were teammates.
We'll stop. We'll close with this. If I'm such a coon, then I may as well display my coondom right now by saying this. I already said it earlier, one of my favorite goalies of all time, even though I'm black, and I should stay black. A lot of people have told me that. One of my favorite goalies of all time is Patrick Waugh, the only 3-time Conn Smythe Trophy winner. So y'all can say what you want to say. And Victor said it best a few moments ago. You can like both players, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. But if you're going to make criticism, Stephen A. Smith, Kendrick Perkins, who should both be fired, Shannon Sharp, who should have a boot put to his ass and out of the sports.
He's already getting that. He's already getting that legally.
It should be sports wise too. It should be microphone wise too. Let me be specific. You should have a boot put to your ass out of the sports talk community forever. All three of yous. Because you don't know how to talk sports and keep race out of the equation. Now get the fuck off my seat. Additional note. Love his work ethic, but Stephen A. Smith to me is this.
Trays.
Listen.
Oh, by the way, the mix of personalities on this show, and this show is about to take off. And to all the ones that are in front of us, Shane, you're going to hate me for this. This is your fate.
You're screwed. Yeah, you're totally screwed.
What are you going to say, Droid?
Go ahead, Droid.
Listen, I remember when Tampa Bay hailed the first all-black starting lineup in NHL history in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, that's pretty cool, but why does it matter? And I know it sounds very rude, but still, it doesn't matter. You're all the same people.
It shouldn't matter anymore. You bleed the same. You play the same sport. And you support
and you all suck the same. Go Panthers.
We're going to a break. Speaking of the Panthers, dear Blake Hammock, your Hurricanes suck ass. We'll talk about it when y'all get back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the morning.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light-optimizing lenses that block blue rays so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family. So the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner.
Go. Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the family. Come on. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were on my team.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
This wasn't scheduled, but let's open the garage. This is from the Indy 500. Go with it, Shane.
So, as people have been knowing, this is the weekend that motorsports fans live for. Monaco, Charlotte, and of course the Indy 500.
Yep.
And originally, the Indy 500 had its major headline because for the first time since 1983, a man named Teo Fabi doing it, we have a rookie on the pole with a new team, Prema Racing's Robert Schwartzman. But it is being overshadowed by a whole shit ton of controversy from the Penske camp.
Oh, no.
Now, the thing about it is, and I'll get to why there's major bombs being thrown. The original accusation, and this was found to be true with two of the cars, Joseph Newgarden and Will Power, the rear attenuators have been modified on those two cars. It's the rear crash structure underneath the rear wing for those that don't know what the attenuators are supposed to do. It's a single source part, not supposed to be modified. Penske apparently had the team smooth out the seams to make it a little bit more streamlined, aerodynamic, yada, yada, yada. The thing is, Roger Penske also owns IndyCar and the Indy Motor Speedway. Yeah. How's that for a look?
Oh, boy.
Now, both of those two cars, the 2 and the 12, have been sent to the back. And now we have further fallout from this. The fallout being, as I'm looking at this now, Team Penske announced today the departures of IndyCar team president Tim Cindric, whose kid Austin drives in NASCAR. IndyCar manager. What?
We all love Austin, by the way.
Yeah. IndyCar managing director Ron Ruzewski and IndyCar general manager Kyle Moyer. So apparently Penske knew something's been going on because there have been claims going on for over a year now that this has been basically what's going on with their cars. And now they have been busted by it. Roger Penske owns the series. Roger Penske owns Indy. Yeah. Who's going to prosecute this?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Yeah, this is a black eye. This is a black eye on the sport and on Penske in general.
Listen. This is why I love Formula One so much, because Formula One is owned by a whole group called the FIA, and they run multiple competitions, but they have a massive board. No one person owns it.
Right.
So because of this massive board, stuff like this would never slip under the cracks for Formula One in the modern day.
No, it really wouldn't. And now that this is going on, how much more of a black eye is this going to put on the Penske organization and Roger himself? Because now it's going to come down to the fact of people are going to be chirping, well, it's Roger's series. He's going to try to get away with what he wants. Who's going to go after him? Well, there could be more ramifications post-Indy, but right now, as we're mere days away from Carb Day, here we go with some of those accusations now. Be interesting to see how this plays out through the weekend, but I'm telling you right now, this ain't a good look.
Oh yeah, I gotta ask you, how's our former F1 driver Grosjean doing?
Grosjean doesn't have a ride right now, as far as I remember.
I thought he was supposed to race in the 500.
I don't think he made it. I could be wrong. I'd have to look at the lineup real quick. I didn't catch all of qualifying. Let me just stick a quick gander here. Indy 500 lineup, the grid. Paddle Award third. Marcus Ericsson, Connor Daly.
Oh yeah, how about McLaren's takeover of IndyCar? Like, they're just now starting to take back Formula One, and they've taken over IndyCar and are starting their takeover of Formula E.
Yeah. By the way,
McLaren is on top of the motorsport world right now.
Well, for one, it helps when they have 4 cars that are starting in the 500 with Kyle Larson starting 19th. And by the way, Grosjean's not in the 500. I'm looking at the grid right now. He's not in it, dude.
Wow.
So McLaren has been sitting on top of things for a while in F1, and now they're starting to take IndyCar over. I wouldn't be surprised if they start expanding even further than IndyCar.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either.
I mean, they have the GT3s with McLaren, but they fizzled those out, didn't they?
Something like that, yeah. But that's because McLaren, unfortunately, when you look in the GT3s compared to what's in the IMSA field now, we're getting their asses handed to them. The BOP was not in their favor. But back to the original.
That Senna car.
Yeah, but you'd have to get that homologified, and that's a pain in the ass to do. But original point. This weekend is going to be very interesting to see what comes out of the Team Penske camp here at Indianapolis, because they got a lot to answer to, and I don't think people are going to like what the answers are. I'm close.
All right. Oops. Wrong set. There we go. A short break, and when we come back, dear Carolina Hurricanes, to be the champs, you must unseat the champs. And you ain't off to a good start. Though I did predict this series would be very, very extended. We'll talk about it when you
Wait, Blake, by the way, F1 and Ford has already happened.
Yeah, but Red Bull's coming back with Ford next year.
Yeah, but we're making the point like
hey,
F1 and Ford has already happened.
Kids, quit arguing.
Who the hell is arguing?
You are.
Nobody's arguing, bud. You're just imagining things.
Hit the button.
Shut up.
This is Snowman in the morning.
The spirit of battle is a powerful force. It's a force that drives us, pushes us beyond our limits. It's a fire in our hearts that fuels our determination, our commitment, our strive for greatness. Every challenge faced, every obstacle overcome, it sharpens our skills and fortifies our resolve. This relentless pursuit of excellence makes the journey so exhilarating. And the victory, it makes the victory sweet.
Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, No, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. No, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Weather driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light optimizing lenses that block blue rays so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, Sleet or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Tonight, we got another doubleheader for you as we'll open with the Pacers and the Knicks in game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, and the boys will make their predictions a little later. And our bonus coverage will take us to the ice in Dallas, Texas, as the Edmonton Oilers try to upend the Dallas Stars in the battle for the Clarence Campbell Bowl. Game 1 tonight. That's our bonus coverage. Now, speaking of hockey, the Panthers struck first.
And struck hard.
And often. 5-2, they score the win in game 1 of what I believe potentially will be a 7-game series. Let me go to Droid for this one. I didn't press this button right here. There we go. That's the button I needed to press. Droid, your thoughts on game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final?
One big thing that the Carolina Hurricanes lack is discipline, especially when it comes to discipline within the blue paint. One of the big things that I noticed in that game was, head hunting. A lot of head hunting from both ends, from Florida and from Carolina. It's just Florida has a lot more disciplined head hunting, while Carolina, they were in the box due to that, as Aho early on in the game got a retaliation penalty. And then the Panthers scored the first power play goal against Carolina. I believe it was only the second power play goal against Carolina all playoffs long. Carter Verhaeghe got the boys on the board. The second goal came. I don't even remember the second goal well. The second goal was a weird one. I think it was just a shot that went straight in. Score was 2-0, and then late in the first or the second, I think it was the first shot comes from the point. Goes off of Aho's skate, looks like a kick, but wasn't really a kick. He moved the skate backwards after the puck had already passed his skate. So it was deemed a good goal. Panthers lead 2-1. After that, the Hurricanes just kind of let themselves go. They stopped playing disciplined hockey and started playing tried to match the Panthers' dirty energy, and both teams started playing really dirty. A lot of really questionable hits here and there. 3-1 goal came from Nico Mikkola and AJ Greer on the breakaway. Nico Mikkola passed across ice to AJ Greer for a beautiful setup, making it 3-1. 4-1 was again on that power play. The 2 power play goals allowed all playoff long so far for the Carolina Hurricanes. 2 in game 1 as Sam Bennett cashed in to make it 4-1. And then later on, Shane Gostisbehere got clipped by Brad Marchand. Just a little clip. But for some reason, he didn't like that. So instead of asking Brad Marchand, do you want to fight? He shoots the puck at him. And for those who don't know, a puck hurts a lot.
It does.
It does not care who you are. It will hurt you. And it was a really, really selfish and shit play from Gostisbehere. Brad Marchand dropped the gloves, and Gostisbehere tried to sling at him with his gloves on. Another dirty thing. You're supposed to take your gloves off, bud. You're not supposed to swing. And Brad Marchand ended up getting the double and an ejection because Gostisbehere bled. So, but I would not be surprised if we see Gostisbehere get extracurricular punishment for his actions toward Marchand. And then later on, after the Panthers killed the Carolina power play, which, by the way, Carolina, I think, went 0 for 4 on the power play.
0 for 5.
0 for 5 on the power play. Tomasz Nosek made a no-look pass, which, by the way, I think this is your SeatGeek goal of the game. Tomasz Nosek backhand no-look pass to Itu Losterinen to make it 5-1. An absolute dirty pass, an absolute filthy goal. And then at the end of the game, Jackson Blake scored. Ekblad gave him a little shove in the back, and all hell broke loose from there. But other than that, I think one of the big weaknesses from Carolina was exposed last night, and that was the fact that they are undisciplined in the paint.
So why has the last couple of times that Carolina has been in the East Final, they have not been disciplined? Why do you think that is?
Well, when in the past they've always had some hard opponents. They always had a hard journey. You know, that one year where they went when they won the first round, they played New York, got absolutely demolished in the second round, and then you know that one time where they went all the way, they played Boston and they got swept by Shane's Bruins, who eventually ended up going to a 7-game hurling match with the St. Louis Blues. They unfortunately fell in that series, which by the way, props. I still give props to Zdeno Chara for coming back in that series with a broken jaw to still play. That's like one of the most respectable moments in hockey. It's like when Joe Thornton played with a torn ACL and MCL, coming back and still playing for the Sharks, which, by the way, for those that don't know, your knee's basically hanging there when you have both of those torn. Yep. So it's basically hanging by a thread. So, but in the past, I think at this point, it's coaching. There's no reason that you make it to the Eastern Conference Final for the third time in, what was it, like 60, for the fourth time in the last 10, 11, 12 years. And you're losing again. You lost game 1 again, and you're looking to get swept again. The last time the Carolina Hurricanes won a conference final game was when Rob Brindamore, their head coach, was a part of that Carolina team. That was before, you know, all that stuff happened, and Rob Brindamore became the coach, and, you know, the team became decent. That was before the Jeff Skinner era in Carolina, where Jeff Skinner came. He was drafted by Carolina. That's a fun fact, before going to Buffalo and sucking even more ass. But I think at this point, there should be no excuses for it. But I want to point at the elephant in the room, and that's leadership. Your captain.
Yep.
Jordan Staal is not captain material. I am sorry. But Jordan Staal is not, and I repeat, NOT captain material. He's old, but Alexander Barkov is not that old, and he's the captain of his team because he actually shows leadership. Jordan Staal shows no leadership within this Carolina team. And it's either he's got to wake up and start showing leadership, or they need to give the captaincy to somebody else. Sebastian Aho, Andrei Svechnikov, Brent Burns. It does not matter. Give it to somebody who actually knows how to play puck.
Give it to Sebastian Aho. I liked him in the way he's played most of the season. Make him the captain, because that way you'll get some discipline back on the ice for Carolina. But as you said,
the thing is, you can't point at goaltending, because all playoff long, Freddie Anderson never let in 2 or more goals. He always only let in 2 goals, and that's the only margin they lost by, 1 or 2.
Here's something Blake said before we spoke of game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final, is that Carolina's goalie, you just said his name and it went right through my head.
Freddie Anderson.
Anderson, thank you. Has been playing great as a goaltender. Problem is, he never faced a team in the playoffs like the Florida Panthers that can pepper you with shots. And to bring Droy's point back to the light, discipline.
Oh, no. Okay. So we played Frederick Anderson last time we played at Carolina in a series. He played all the way up until game 4, where in game 4 they put... Actually, no, he played in game 1. I think he got an injury. Game 2 went to Auntie Ranta. Game 3 went back to Frederick Anderson. In game 4, I remember the Kachuk goal, 4 seconds left on Frederick Anderson when he was complaining for goalie interference. But other than that, the Carolina Hurricanes have no excuse to not be up 1-0 in this series. They have one of the best goaltenders in the world right now, in Frederick Anderson, who played lights out all playoffs long and all season long. You have a great defensive core, which, yes, you have one rookie defenseman, and I pointed this out on Growth Sports. You have one rookie defenseman, but that shouldn't affect it much. And then you have a pretty solid forward core with the acquiree from Dallas in Logan Stankoven. Then you also had the acquirees like Valerie Nichushkin from the Colorado trade when they originally got Rantanen before they gave Rantanen away to Dallas.
And you're right, they gave him away. They absolutely gave him away.
I think in return, the Carolina Hurricanes got Logan Stankoven. And at the end of the day, they got Stankoven, they got Nichushkin, they got their 2 guys. But it's still a problem with captaincy and discipline. Rod Brindamore, he's not disciplining his guys enough to realize when, hey, maybe you shouldn't do this and do this instead. Maybe you shouldn't do that and do that instead. He's not doing that. He's completely ignoring that. He's doing this thing where his team's not improving. It looks like they are, but they're not. And that's why the Carolina Hurricanes is so overlooked and considered overrated. I'll tell you that. Because they have no structure. They have nowhere to work. They have everything to work off of, but choose to work off of nothing with it.
Well, that's our word on game 1 of the East Finals from this guy.
Now, I wanted to talk about the West, which is tonight.
Hold your horses on that, because we're going to get some help with the West. We're all going to talk about the Western Conference Final between the Edmonton Oilers and the Dallas Stars. So, folks, hold on to your seats. When we come back from the halftime break, we're going to get some help, especially for the Western Conference Final. Stars and Oilers, game 1 tonight. We'll see you after halftime.
I thought you had that. I got it.
Push the button, will you please?
Shut up.
This is Snowman in the morning.
During bad, SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
I think I finally found.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far. A place that I call home.
I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna.
It only takes a spark to make a fire start.
Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me
Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you and we'll figure it out.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
Mister? How do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
I had this fellow on my show many, many moons ago while I was full of caffeine in Dayton, Ohio, and Starbucks was one of my best friends. He started ranting and rating on the Cowboys as well as the Dallas Stars, and I hung up on him. He said to me, I want to come back on your show if you promise not to hang up on me. Well, I promised not to hang up on him, and here he is, the host and the star of the wildly popular Breakaway podcast, where he had Dallas Stars legendary voice Ralph Strangis on, and he was nervous as a canary in a cat show, just as I was when I had Wayne Larrabee on. Please help me welcome our Dallas Stars insider, J.J. Neely. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you?
I'm
That's
good.
my dog, JJ.
What up?
Good morning. Nice to meet you.
Good morning.
Nice to meet you too.
How much caffeine have you had this morning, sir?
2 energy drinks.
I thought he was about to say my lawyer has informed me to not answer that question.
Right?
My lawyer has implored
You
me
know
to
what's funny?
finish this.
You know what's funny? The first time I had him on, I was sitting in the Starbucks. He messaged me and he said, "Can I come on there and talk about the Cowboys?" Sure, why not? I had some time to fill. I put him on the phone. Well, I put him on the show, and he went completely off.
Welcome to my
And
house.
I'm sitting there cracking up laughing. I couldn't stop laughing. One of the baristas was so scared I was going to fall out. She says, "Are you okay?" "I'm fine. I'm listening to my friend rant about the Cowboys." She says, "Oh, that explains everything," and walks off.
Does that mean he's like me?
He is rationally thinking like you. Okay. He's rationally thinking. So there's 5 in your bunch now.
Yes.
But the reason
we're a small
he's here,
number, but we're the best number.
very small number. And then I was so tickled, I inadvertently hung up on him.
Oops.
He called me back and goes, "Why'd you hang up on me?" And I'm still laughing.
Yeah.
I'm still laughing.
So before we jump into stars, I gotta ask a question to JJ.
Oh no.
Go ahead.
Are you sold on Pickens? Or do you think it's going to be a giant cluster fire like I do?
I think you're better off putting Victor E. Green from the Stars at wide receiver.
Yikes!
And that's my alien. I love that alien.
He's the West alien.
Yeah.
Damn,
that's right.
son.
Give me Victor E. Green.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all.
So what y'all are basically saying is the same thing I said, that George Pickens to the Cowboys will be an entire clusterfuck.
Sounds like
Yes, but we're putting in more family friendly in hockey terms.
Right. Well, the thing is, again, is
It's
that
still a plot.
you just
Like,
don't know when
listen,
the crash
I'd rather
will happen.
have this is JJ's gonna like this one. I'd rather have Nail Yakupov at wide receiver than have George Pickens.
Oh.
I'm out. I'm done with that. I'm out of here.
I'd rather have, what's that dude's name? Oh.
I'd rather have Patrick Kane as a wide receiver.
You mean what was his name that missed the empty net?
Oh, Patrick Steffen. There you go.
Yeah, Patrick Steffen.
Y'all would be better off with
These two are gonna, folks. These two hockey gods are gonna get along great. I can tell that right now.
Yep.
Man, you guys would be better off with Carter Verhaeghe at wide receiver.
Oh,
well, Carter Verhaeghe can actually score versus George Pickens.
True.
How about Peter Mrazek as wide receiver?
Oh, Mrazek, don't get me started.
You know what? I'd rather have, and I know I'm an old Blackhawk fan, but I'd rather have Doug Wilson at wide receiver than George Pickens.
Here's another poll. I'd rather have David Ayers as the wide receiver than George Pickens.
I'd rather have Ray Bork at wide receiver.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a great one.
How about
Who was
Phil
Chicago's
Housley?
emergency backup against Winnipeg? I forgot that one.
Oh,
Scott Foster.
Scott Foster. I'd rather have him at wide receiver than George Pickens. And since we're going down the rabbit hole, I may as well do a Blackhawk poll of my own. I rather would have Dave Bolin at wide receiver than George Pickens.
I'd rather have Cam Neely at wide receiver.
And look, I want everyone to understand. I'm not trying to knock the man's talent. I'm not trying to knock George's talent. But he's a head case. And crushed out Pickens for a reason.
He's more mental than 2000. Dude, he's more mental than 2008 Britney Spears.
Look at this poll. Timo Meyer. I hope I said that right, Blake. If I didn't, I'm sorry.
I'd rather have pre-2019 can't save a puck to save his life, Jake Allen. Have George Pickens at wide receiver.
Since we got JJ here, and he's one of our Cowboy experts, I'm going to give him the floor to talk about the Cowboys for a few minutes.
Oh boy!
And I know this is dangerous, and I shouldn't do this, but JJ is my brother. I love him dearly. He hasn't done it for a while.
I want to hear this.
He's complained to me. Look, I haven't had a platform to talk about the Cowboys. JJ, you do today. The floor is yours.
Man, what is there to talk about? They suck. They've sucked for 26 years. 28 years, maybe.
28 now.
28, yeah.
And we'll probably 29 after this.
Yeah, 29 after this. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But it's not Dak's fault. I will die on that hill. It is not Dak Prescott's fault.
He has nothing around him. And
Exactly.
I've said that numerous times. I do have sometimes question about his mentality, because it seems like when it comes to the bright lights, he tends to fall short. He tends to shrink into himself. But for God's sakes, give this man some talent.
I mean, you gave him T.Y. Hilton at one point.
Mm-hmm.
You gave him, God, what's that dude's name that went to the Browns? Help me out here,
Amari
guys.
Cooper.
Amari Cooper. Yeah, you gave him Amari Cooper, and then you sent him away.
You sent him to the Browns.
Yeah, you sent him. Oh, that's a
No. This is
Browns. Itself.
You
could put prime OBJ in front of Dak, and he still wouldn't be able to do anything.
I mean, you give CeeDee Lamb, which is fine, but CeeDee Lamb started to get up there in age. And now you're trying to pacify him with George Pickens?
You got to remember where Dak Prescott started school too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how often have you heard of Mississippi State before Dak? Honestly,
hardly ever.
Whereas you got Tom Brady from Michigan. Everybody knows about Michigan.
Everyone knows Michigan. Everyone knows Ohio State. Everyone knows Alabama.
Everybody knows Notre Dame.
Everyone knows Georgia.
The Oregon disrespect is crazy.
Oregon too. Had to wait, droid.
People are starting to notice my Longhorns a little bit more.
Texas, the Longhorns.
So, I mean,
and some people are starting to notice my Jayhawks.
No, we're not.
Kansas.
Hell no.
No, we're not.
Shoot 3-pointers instead of
No,
throwing
we're not.
touchdowns. I'm sorry.
He just shot in that. No, we're not.
If you didn't know, JJ, that's what Dietz responded when I asked him, why does Kansas suck so much right now?
The greatest answer ever. Yep. And I have to find that clip now because I want to insert it into Dietz's intro. A droid asked the question, why does Kansas suck so bad? And Dietz looked into the camera with a straight face and said, because they're shooting 3-pointers instead of throwing for touchdowns.
So
the entire crew, JJ, lost it.
So
and the thing is, I was proud of that 3-game winning streak we had at the end of the year before we absolutely got torn apart by another Texas. As if the Longhorns leaving wasn't bad enough, you can still have Baylor to beat our ass. So
it's like,
Texas still haunts us just from a different location.
So is this a
you
culture?
are right around my hometown talking about the Longhorns and Baylor. My goodness.
Is it a culture thing though, JJ? Is it just like the culture of the Cowboys is just always just like mired in this mediocrity, and until something changes in the culture, we'll never see or sniff another playoff game?
Well, I mean, okay, let's bring it back to the other Dallas team that's on the rise. I think it takes one player.
Yep.
I mean, Mikko Rantanen changed the Stars. I said for the longest time on my Facebook, they don't have killer instinct. They don't have what it takes to just, put the brakes on the opponent.
Yep.
In my humble opinion, I think your start of that turning point was when you got Jason Robertson. That was the start.
Yes, fully agree. But again, like Amari Cooper and the Cowboys, he can't do it all himself.
Yes.
So,
and then you got Wyatt Johnston to add to Jason Robertson, and then you somehow fleece the Carolina Hurricanes for Mikko Rantanen, only giving up Logan Stankoven.
Hey, Stankoven was a steal for the Hurricanes too.
Mm-hmm.
That kid's got tremendous upside.
Yeah, but one's gonna win a conference final, the other one's gonna lose. So,
I mean, hey, when Logan was with the Stars, man, he was a bright spot on a lot of games. So.
And then I think a big part of this Dallas team is that you got a lot of veterans, a lot of grizzled guys who've been there for a long time. And I need to slice the people down because there's a lot of people who don't know puck, and they're like, "Oh, Tyler Seguin, lifetime star." I'm like, "Do you not know his rookie year? He was in Boston. He was a Bruin before he went to Dallas. What are you on about?"
Well, okay.
I love these guys, folks. I'm just saying. I
mean, like, you got guys like Hiskinen, who's been playing pretty well still. You got Tyler Seguin finally finding his upside again on that third line with Jamie Benn.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Wyatt Johnston, and Jason Robertson finally came back from injury after that first round.
And one of the first stars of the current bunch, sorry about that, JJ. One of the first stars that JJ taught me about of this current stars bunch, Rupe Hintz.
Uh-huh.
Oh, if you're not on the Rupe Hintz train, man, don't even leave the station. Stay your butt out of the ticket queue, man, because there ain't no room for bandwagoners. You need to know Rupe Hintz. You need to know Robertson. You need to know Wyatt Johnston. If you don't, that's your problem.
That's it. That's the three.
And the thing is, I want the country of Finland wants a Dallas Stars Florida Panthers final.
Oh heck yeah, we got the Finnish Mafia. How can you not?
I think we have 4 Finnish. Oh wait, no, you acquired Mika Rancid, so you have another Finnish player on top of the already pretty stacked Finnish lineup you have.
You have a whole line of Finns, forward and defense.
Listen,
Snowman,
we
what the hell
got
have you created here?
Itu Losarinen, we got Anton Lundell, we got Alexander Barkov, and you got Nico Mikkola. But the thing is, Lundell and Losarinen only work good together, while Barkov works better with the guys like Reinhard and Erod.
What did you ask me, big dog?
What the hell have you created here?
Fun.
Apparently.
A hockey tandem, a pair of hockey gods. That's what I created.
A pair of guys that actually know puck besides you.
Thank you. Exactly. And these guys are taking the pressure off me when it comes to puck. Speaking of puck, what the puck are we doing? Well, yeah, we're pucking Western Conference pucking final.
What the puck, dude?
What
Really?
the
I
fuck
thought
was
we were
that?
just pucking
Listen.
around.
Listen, something that lacked last year for the Stars in that Western Conference final was that Mikko Rantanen, that
Yes.
high scoring power forward who will run through your defense, cross up your defense, and break the ankles of your defense.
What are you?
And then suddenly appear as the 6th man on a power play.
Jordan, what the puck are you talking about? No, I'm
Last
kidding.
year it was it was Dallas Edmonton. You know that. So don't you try and make me feel stupid.
I told you I was kidding when I said that, all right?
But I don't think Edmonton has what it takes to take down the Stars, mainly because of their big losses in the offseason. Because the Blues decided, piece of candy, taking a couple Oilers players for themselves.
Sounds like James Woods on doggone Family Guy.
One of them was Dylan Holloway, a really great young guy who's supposed to be the future of the Oilers past McDavid, but then they just let him walk.
Hey, let me ask you this though, real quick: if the Blues were so good at picking players, how come those players are on the bench while Edmonton's still playing in the playoffs?
Jordan Bennington. Anyways,
I have a better question. How come those players didn't have an impact in holding a 3-1 lead in Game 7 in the final 4 minutes?
Jordan Bennington. Jordan Bennington. That's all I gotta say.
And I listened to Paul Edmonds' call on TSN Winnipeg. Dude.
One of the worst. Okay. For people who never watched the Blues, like Bennington was like super hyped when he came in and shut out the Flyers and then won a cup. Yep. But after that, he let the hype get to him. And now he's just another choke job goalie who can't hold his pants together in the third.
Kind of like Tuukka Rask. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sounds like he needs to have a blue and silver star on him too.
Wait, what did I say? I said
coming after my Tuukka.
Well, Tuukka sucked in the final 2 minutes. No, change that. There were only 17 seconds. The puck jokes are going to be forever on this show, folks. I'm just telling you right now. Tuukka Rask pucked it off in 17 seconds.
Oh. I don't know whether to laugh or groan at that.
Not a significant playoff win since 2011.
He laughed his headphones off.
There's a reason he's not wearing his Bruins hat and he's wearing his Red Sox hat. He's too embarrassed to be a Bruins fan on this show.
Damn.
I'll wear that damn Bruins hat tomorrow. I'm just wearing the Sox hat today because we're still in season.
And hockey's still in season.
Wait, just a moment. You're still in season, right? Is that what you said?
Red Sox, yes.
No, they're not. They pucked it up a long time ago.
Wow.
You got to admit, Shay, you left that door open.
And I wanted to list, you got 4 possible Stanley Cup final matchups. Only 4, because you got 4 teams remaining.
Yep.
Just wrong, man.
The most popular one is a finals rematch of last year, which is Edmonton, Florida.
Florida.
The Finnish Mafia's favorite,
the finished
Dallas, Florida series.
The finished
right.
product.
That would I think would personally break record books in viewership in Finland. But
oh man,
and then you got and I find that funny. The top 2 most wanted finals don't include Carolina.
Why should they?
Exactly.
The second most wanted final, or the third actually, Dallas, Carolina, because Mikko Rantanen, played like a game with Carolina, and then he got traded again.
Let's not forget Logan Stankoven coming back home.
Mm-hmm.
And Logan Stankoven's return. And then the least wanted Stanley Cup final, Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers versus, I'm not going to say Jordan Staal because he doesn't count, Andrei Svechnikov and the Carolina Hurricanes.
That ain't going to happen. That last one, you can take the last 2 off the list. It'll be one of the first 2. I really believe.
You think the Panthers are guaranteed to win the series against Carolina?
After what I saw.
Listen, I'm a man of I don't put no guarantees until we are at that elimination game. All right. I don't do no guarantees until that three wins. All right.
I'm kidding as I say this. You did this for the Chiefs all last year.
Hey, listen, I was also the guy. Listen. Okay, JJ, here's something funny. I was the one who informed these guys, keep an eye on the Atlanta Falcons. Keep an eye on them because they were going to go.
He loves to throw everybody's head.
I pulled for the Atlanta Falcons all year long, and I was majority, right? But then that last half of the season happened, and we don't talk about it.
I do. I don't care what you're talking about.
I have thrown the most random Aaron Rodgers type Hail Marys known to man when we've done our picks on the show, which you should join us for that sometime this upcoming season when we do our Sunday picks.
I will tell you this. JJ's going to join us for our Sunday picks. In fact, we're going to have
renegade picks.
We're going to have 2 sets of guest pickers. JJ is one, Deb's the other.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't tell Dog this. I didn't tell Dog this. Deb has agreed to be one of our weekly pickers.
I'm going to need a bigger notebook.
You're going to need a bigger screen. Screw the notebook. Screw the notebook. All right, let's make some picks real quick before we go to break. Are we in unison about okay, yeah, we're talking West Finals. Duh, I lost track and I have the sheet right in front of me. I know who JJ's picking. I know who Droid's picking. Which way do you lean, Dog?
Dallas in 7.
Oh,
Victor?
Same. I say Dallas in 7.
Yeah, I'll make it unanimous. I think it goes the distance because these 2 teams are going to knock the hell out of each other for 7 games.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all picking the stars. Our picks are brought to you by BetUS.com. BetUS.com, where the game begins. What's your pick to win the Clarence Campbell Bowl? Be your Stars or be your Oilers?
Bouchard, Rock Hard, David Coulthard, Stars and 5.
Fuck you, Droid.
A shot to Blake. I know that's what that is.
What was that?
And to think we still got
NFC, UFC, KFC, Panthers sweep.
And we still got a segment left.
Do I dare stick by that peak of a Panther sweep? Hell no. JJ Neely joining us here. You can catch him on the Breakaway podcast each and every week talking Dallas Stars. JJ and I, if time permits tonight, we'll wrap up game 1 of the Western Conference Final between the Dallas Stars hosting the Edmonton Oilers. JJ, I love you, brother. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. We'll have you back soon.
Thanks for having me.
Puck all y'all.
Man, fuck you.
I mean, if he'll allow me, one day I'd love to, join him on his show at some point.
I'll make it happen.
I'm a big hockey guy. Always been a big hockey guy. I try. One of the big things I've been improving on is letting others speak. That's one big thing I've been trying to improve on is letting others get the word out. And by the way, the thing I said was Bouchard, The Rock's Hard, David Coulthard, Stars and 5.
Puck off.
Make me.
We need a
Oh wait, no, don't do that. No.
We need a break.
Back in the deuce to wrap it up.
Yeah. Damn it, I had that.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
During bad
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
I think I finally found.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mason.
Hey, Mason.
Got a new house. It's looking pretty cool so far.
A place that I call home.
I'm teaching Louise how to cook some lasagna.
It only takes a spark to make a fire start.
Thank you.
Study, please.
I think I finally found a place to make my own. A place that I call home. This place that I call home.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. And she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out.
This planet has been great to me. It's given me gifts that I can't even explain. It's given me adventures and memories I'll never forget. And Battleborn, I think, has given me the opportunity to go beyond and give something back. How can I be a better custodian to this planet and to the place I live? That's where I am with Battleborn. Let's make the planet a better place.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Dear Bronsexuals, puck you.
And also, Blake, if you're going to tell me, fuck you, say my actual name.
Don't go using my screen name. Actually say my name. Don't be a about it.
Oh, puck
Lord.
off.
Good grief.
All I gotta say is for this last one, do I really need to hit the button?
Yes. It's tradition. Come on now.
I don't wanna.
You sound like my wife. in the
That's too
morning.
damn bad.
Push the button.
Puck off.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
Here we go.
Okay, bronzexuals. I'm going to make this very, very simple.
We're going to fight.
I don't need to fight. All I need to do is read this.
Oh, no.
NBC is going to pay Michael Jordan $40 million a year for his commentary during NBA games starting next season. If that ain't GOAT status, I don't know what is. There are no lies in that statement. You bronzexuals, give me this button. You, doggone it, wrong button. It's your fault, Victor.
You know, I was thinking about something. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
Say it.
What?
It's going to hurt Snowman heart, too. There is one person that I found on an interview. There's one person that believes LeBron James is the GOAT. You know what her name is? Caitlin Clark.
And Snowman has left the building.
Hi, Lucy.
Damn, that was quick.
I quit.
Quite literally. Just goes, I quit. I'm done here.
No, but actually, I was shocked too. I was shocked too when I saw that. I'm like, what?
I know, right?
Oh, ma'am, you know more about basketball than that.
That's a case of no.
But it does go to something I've always said, is that the GOAT is a generational conversation.
Yeah, it is. It really is. It's also kind of, a true fan base decider because, there's always going to be the discussion of, do you take the statistical GOAT or do you take the fan base GOAT?
Right.
I mean,
may sound a little rude. How old is Caitlin?
22, 24, somewhere in there, yeah, something like that.
Okay, so she's probably never seen Mike. She's never seen like Kareem.
Never saw Kobe. Or don't really remember.
She probably don't remember Kobe. She probably was like real young when Kobe was around. So what she probably, when she really got into basketball, she probably all she knew was LeBron.
Yeah,
that's fine. But the funny thing is that she does not denigrate the other greats just because she finds LeBron.
Yeah, that's the difference and that's where the fan base problem is one fan base is always going to denigrate the other just to prop up their GOAT.
Yep. Snowman has quit the building.
Snowman is made like Elvis and left
the building.
You can come back anytime, boss.
You probably just go to the bathroom or something.
Somebody call him and make sure he's okay.
I broke that man's heart. I'm sorry.
Man, you broke everything on him.
Now watch.
Damn,
now watch.
dude.
He going to drive to Chicago just to whip my ass.
That's probably going to be this weekend.
Man, I'm going to drive all the way to Chicago just to whip your ass.
Yeah. Hey, Doc, we're going on a road trip to Chicago. Why? We're going to whoop Victor's ass.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of a little bit of revenge for all the cowboy jokes I have to endure.
Hey man, don't feel bad. When New England starts fucking up this year, I'm gonna get it myself.
True. Okay. He's back.
I actually had to run to the bathroom.
I do it. I'm like, he's probably went to the bathroom.
I actually had to run to the bathroom when you said that.
So I gave you a perfect.
You gave me an excuse. You gave me a perfect excuse, and I thank you for that.
I said to Shane, I said, we're Snowman's probably going to be coming over here this week and whip my ass.
No, I just had to go to the bathroom.
But it's like I was saying before, it's a generational thing. The GOAT topic is a generational thing because Caitlin's what, 22, 23?
23.
So
23.
she's probably didn't see Mike play. She definitely didn't see Kareem or Magic or Bird play.
Or Julius Erving.
So
I can allow that.
Right.
And with some fans, I do allow that.
And she doesn't denigrate the others
No.
Exactly.
No. And she plays in Indiana, for God's sakes.
Right.
Reggie Miller, hello. Tyrese Halliburton, hello.
Right.
I can allow that.
As
much as I rag on LeBron James, I do recognize how good of a player he is, okay?
It's just that when you see these people throw up nonsense, and I'm pretty sure Snowman found a couple of nuggets of nonsense.
Oh, God. Yeah, thank you, Ryan. Chuck Connors person, hello.
There you go.
Rick Smits, hello.
But like I said, that other people they just can't let it go.
Yeah, they're not Elsa. They can't let it go. Don't ask me how I came up with that one.
You have granddaughters. I'm pretty sure I know that's where that came from.
Yes, I'm surrounded by girls. I'm surrounded by daughters and granddaughters.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure Frozen has been in the DVD player at least more than once. How I know? Jamie had me watch it one time.
We'll talk about that later. Listen, there's a person called Truthful Wavez who just told the biggest lie of all time. Greatest finals MVP of all time, and lists all the stats: first in points, assists, rebounds, steals, and blocks. Here's the problem. He is not the greatest of all time. He's not the greatest finals MVP of all time because
he's first in L's too.
He's first in L's.
He first in L's too. Truthful.
Yeah, if we're going to be truthful about it, he's used to taking big fat L's all the damn time.
Push the button, please.
You mean this one?
Listen, let me say this let me just say this as truthful as I can, okay? I can name you 10 forwards right now that played a better fundamentally sound forward position and are champions than LePuck James.
Oh, God.
Don't ask where I came up with that one either. I have 3 of them right here in front of me. Chuck Person, Chris Mullin, Paul Pierce. Kurt Rambis, James Worthy, Julius Erving, Larry Joe Bird, Scottie Pippen, Tom Chambers, and yes, I went there. Jack Sikma, and yes, I went there. Bob McAdoo, and yes, I went there. Adrian Dantley, and yes, I went there. Mark Aguirre, and yes, I went there. Bernard King, you know the rest.
Right.
You bronzesexuals just need to shut the puck up and move on.
But they can't.
Why are you falling out, Shane?
Oh, the puck jokes are never going to end.
Puck, no, they're not.
And they can't. They can't and they won't.
Well, the only time they do shut up is when they have LeBron James's member in their mouth.
Joystick. Yeah, the joystick.
And the joy juice is falling off the side of it. Stupid puckers. That's for Jody. That's for Jody, and that's for Dakota, my son.
Oh man,
stupid puckers.
Puck the pucking
Do
puckers.
you even watch the pucking puckers? You puckers. Do you
Now,
even-
class
do you
you
even-
see-
do you bronzexuals even try to
No.
watch?
No.
Yeah, thank you for answering that before I completed the question.
The hell was that?
Are you quite all right, droid?
What the puck is wrong with you?
Droid, what the puck are you doing, and why the puck are you doing it?
I'm playing 2K.
Off.
You know what my team is, right?
No.
You explained it a while back.
I know.
So my team is this little mode in 2K where basically you collect cards. It's like Madden Ultimate Team. You basically collect cards of players at different overalls, pit them against each other. And right now I'm playing a guy who's playing as the Celtics. And at power forward, starting at power forward, I have Giannis. And guess who my opponent has?
Who that?
LeBron James.
LeBum. Listen, to you bronzexuals, it took LeBron James more than two decades to break a record that Kareem set in 10 years. Stupid. And I'll go one step further, and nobody knew this. And nobody knew this. Michael has a higher vertical than LeBron does. Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
Okay, they don't.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window.
Play a game, I'll take it.
All right, go back 5, and let's restart.
I'll take the delay a game. Dear bronzexuals, puck you.
Who do you think is a better power forward? I'm gonna name off power forwards in the active NBA game, and you tell me better or worse.
Hold your question. We'll do it in a minute. Dear bronze, give me this button here. Dear bronzexuals, puck you. Dear
Bleep it. It's funnier.
Bleep it? Okay, I'll bleep it. Try again. Another false start. Dear bronzexuals, you. Dear Facebook and social media for allowing bronzexuals on. You. Dear ESPN and other networks for putting them on and shoving them down our throats and up our asses for 22 years. You, and you. Oh, and to all the bronzexuals that whose statements I disgustingly read aloud, you too. Now get out of my face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronzexual Confessions.
Okay, droid, hit it.
Now I want to play a little game, and it's called Who's Better? I'm going to name a player. It could be a guard or a forward, and you tell me if they are better than LeBum.
Okay.
All of them. Game over.
Oh, there are going to be some of these that y'all hate and are going to be hard.
Okay.
We're going to start off with an easy one. Kawhi Leonard. Jalen Green. Dylan Brooks.
That's a tie. Okay, this is better.
Jeff Hardy.
This is worse. This is a tie.
So I'm actually gonna say
next up, the undersized man, Lowry. Kyle Lowry is a tie?
Yep.
Damian Lillard.
Give me this. Where you at? Where you at?
Giannis Antetokounmpo. James Harden.
Now that's some bullshit.
He's definitely worse. He's definitely worse than LeBron.
Next.
Jason Tatum. Donovan Mitchell. Luka Doncic. Nikola Jokic. LaMelo Ball.
Now that's some bullshit.
Lonzo Ball.
Now that's some bullshit.
LeVar Ball.
Now that's some bull.
Oh no, just hit the X at that point. LeVar, no.
Hit the X.
All right, Ivica Zubac.
If it's a Zubats, you know what? I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him. He actually plays the center position well. I'll give it to him.
Mohamed Bamba.
Huh?
Mo Bamba, basically.
Oh.
Derrick Rose. Zach LaVine. That was a tough one. Dante DiVincenzo. Udonis Haslem. Phil Jackson.
Who?
Phil Jackson. Jeremy Take Your Soul Sochan.
Let me look for another button here. Give me another. I'll come back to that one. Give me another name.
Ooh, you're making me dig deep. Amen Thompson.
Huh? Next.
Asar Thompson.
Next.
You're really making Anthony Edwards.
Next.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
You
can put it on the board.
Yes.
There you go.
Karl Anthony Towns.
You can put it on the board.
Yes.
Jalen Brunson.
You can put it on the board.
Yes.
Julius Randle.
Shut up, fool. You can put it on the board.
Yes.
Zion Williamson.
Who?
Zion.
Anthony Davis.
Wait. One at a time.
Zion,
Okay, first
really?
Duke.
Hey, the Victor, who'd you say?
Zion.
Mister, will you please wake up?
And then we go to Glassjaw.
Nothing for you.
Kyrie Irving.
Nothing for you.
Victor Wembanyama.
I gotta go back up top for this. Shucks, I missed it. No, I didn't. Seen him play in person. Very impressed.
Ben Simmons.
Puck that idiot.
Puck you, and puck you.
Kevin Durant.
Beat him twice in the head-to-head.
Draymond Green.
Russell Westbrook.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Westbrook.
Oh.
Bullshit.
All right, let's finally get to the one he's been waiting for. Stephen Curry.
Oh, come on.
Or sorry, let me say this right. Wardell Stephen Curry.
The second. Here's one we haven't done yet. Joel Embiid.
Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
I just happened to be looking at that button when you said Joel Embiid.
Well, let's stay on Philadelphia. Tyrese Maxey.
Need to see more.
Jared McCain.
Need to see more.
All right, Austin Reeves. Let's go with a Laker.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding about Austin Reeves. I like
Rui Hachimura.
Ooh, Hachimura.
You're gonna smack me for this. You're probably gonna mute me for this one. Bronny James.
Are you kidding me? You're fired.
Christopoulos, or no, let me say this loud. Knicks fans got introduced to him. Tingus Pingus.
Oh my.
Who?
Porzingis.
Oh, now you're gonna come to Boston.
Who the fuck is Pingus? I never heard of Latavia in my life.
Here's one. And he's not playing anymore, but Kwame Brown.
Are you kidding me?
Ew.
Oh, you better have this button ready. Brian Scalabrine.
Oh my God.
The White Mamba.
Mr. Rapper. He made a rap song about LeBron after the first game against the Bulls when he was with the Heat.
And I laughed my head off.
I did too.
I hate to say it, but Scalabrine, I think, gave somebody else lessons.
Get on my screen!
You're under arrest. You're under arrest.
For what?
Terrorist.
You know what? Let's go outside of basketball. Anthony Richardson.
Oh my God. No.
A bullshit.
Daniel Jones.
He's with the Colts. I'll have to see him in the Colts system to make a judgment. Next one.
Evan Mobley.
Are you kidding me?
Zach Wilson.
Are you kidding me?
Russell Wilson.
Are you kidding me?
Patrick Mahomes.
Yes, he is.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Lamar, I only run. Jackson.
Are
you kidding me?
No, I'm not gonna use that one.
How about Justin Fields?
Justin.
Trays.
There you go.
Let's see.
Gardner
Geno
Minshew.
Smith. Oh no.
What
Gardner
in
Minshew.
the all types of blue hell?
Trevor Lawrence.
What in the all types of blue hell?
What in the all types of blue hell?
How about let's go back to basketball. Let's head back to basketball. I'm thinking
stay with football. This is fun.
Stay with football? All right. Aiden O'Connell.
What about
My
Tua?
God, that's Austin's music.
What about Tua?
Bitch, please.
Aaron Rodgers.
Tua Tagovailoa. There you go. That's how you actually pronounce his name. Tua, I got a headache.
Oh.
Tua,
Aaron
Coach, I got a headache, Vailoa.
Wait a minute. Who'd you say, Vic?
Aaron Rodgers.
Bitch, are you for real?
The same guy that took 2 rolls of $25 quarters and stuck it up his own ass.
Yes.
And
You know what?
ended up playing with the Pittsburgh Steelers and get planted in the dirt by that Baltimore defense. Next.
Let's go with a former Chief, Alex Smith.
Oh.
You for real?
Now I'm just messing around.
Now let's get to running backs. How about Mr. Jamal Charles?
Who?
You know exactly who Jamal Charles is. Don't even play with me.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Next.
David Montgomery.
Next. Oh, and for all those, Charles, Gibbs, and Montgomery. Next one.
All right. I actually want to head back to basketball. Isaiah Hartenstein.
Hartenstein.
Stop it. Get some help.
What about Zach Randolph?
Stop it. Get some help.
Divorce court, child support, Lou Dort.
Oh no.
Who?
Mel McGee.
Lugans Dort.
English, do you speak it?
I'll actually give him that one. I like Dort. Go on, Pumpkin.
Let's go coach it. How about coaches? Ime Udoka.
Oh my God.
I don't remember asking you a thing.
You rotten son bitch. I had that lined up.
Payback, motherfucker! Payback!
Ime Udoka. All right, let's go with somebody who actually played basketball. Steve Kerr.
Yes. Yes. All the yes.
How about let's go Scottie Pippen.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, we're saving a couple, by the way. For those who don't know, we're saving a couple.
Charles Barkley.
We've been missing this guy. This one, he's gonna either say no or he's gonna be on the fence. Trae Young.
Boring.
Okay.
Charles Barkley.
Mr. I don't want to be in the game. That's what I call Barkley.
Draymond Green. No, I think I already did Draymond already.
Yeah, you already said Draymond, but he didn't respond. Ja Morant.
Ja Morant.
Get the fuck out of here!
Oh my God.
Okay, let's do with a decent one. Lauri Markkanen. Somebody who actually plays his business.
Fuck out of here!
I wouldn't say that about Lauri Markkanen. He's actually a really good power forward.
Patrick Ewing.
John Collins.
Larry Johnson.
What the fuck is that?
Steve Nash.
Okay. I actually give it to Steve.
I like Steve. I like Steve. I was just messing around with that one.
Kyle Kuzma.
Get me out of here!
Kyle Korver.
Grady Dick.
Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your
Oh
best.
my God.
Always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they're simply not big enough. And I get to hang with these fools tomorrow, and I'm going to act a fool myself. So long, everybody. And fuck all y'all. Pacers and Knicks tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, and then the Oilers and Stars is bonus coverage.
Here we go.
James Harden, you a bitch. Bye.